This is your boy John Patrick Adams, and thank you for checking out this video. Now, if you are watching this video, we made it into 2016, so happy New Year's to you. I am really excited about this year because I am believing, not just for myself, but for each of you that are watching this video, that a lot of great things are going to happen for each of you this year. Now, for some of you, 2015 was very challenging. You were faced with a lot of things that you didn't anticipate happening in 2015, whether it was the loss of a loved one, loss of a job, a loss of just anything you could have possibly been faced with and struggled with through 2015. You know, the great thing about this year is that you made it through 2015. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit stronger because you made it through that situation, and you are ready to make 2016 one of the most fascinating years of your life. So I'm really excited about this year, and again, I am claiming that this is going to be a remarkable year for you. Now, I'm really excited about this video and actually about this month, because if you read any of my blogs or you read my book Naked, you know that January is a very special month for me. 5 years ago, January the 18th, I began my journey of truth and living a life free and by my own truth. This was a monumental month for me, and I will forever remember January the 18th. It's because that was the day that I stepped out of my comfort zone and released the fear of the unknown and began to live my life free of fear, living it in the freedom of truth and embracing who I was at that moment. And through doing all of that, I have grown tremendously. So I'm really excited about this month, and throughout this month, you'll notice the entire month I am going to be writing on the power of freedom, because I believe so many of you that are watching this video today, you're either chained to fear, you're chained to an ex, you're chained to hurt, you're chained to the perceptions and expectations of the world, and you're chained to the past. And one thing I've learned is that, you know, it's no greater joy than of living when you release yourself. When you release yourself from those things that are holding you back. So you may be wondering, how do you release yourself? And I can only share with you how I released myself from the things that was holding me back. And how I did that was, you know, I made a conscious effort to remove myself. First, I had to remove myself from the situation, because so many times we stay in situations because we feel comfortable in it. We feel, I mean, it's like we just get comfortable with it. Whether it's bad or good, we become comfortable in it, and then that's where the fear of change, because it's like when you're comfortable in a situation, you fear stepping out of it and, you know, being alone or having to, you know, struggle a little bit. We fear all of that, and so we stay in a situation just because we're used to it and familiar with it. And that was one of my greatest mistakes ever, is staying in a situation because I was comfortable in it. Because over these 5 years, I've learned that there is no growth in comfort zones. There is no growth at all in comfort zones, and growth comes through stretching and stepping out and moving into the unknown, and, you know, and moving into the unknown. Sure, there's going to be some struggles. Sure, there's going to be times in which you question whether or not you made the right decision, and it's okay to question whether or not you make the right decision, but long as you do not go back to the old decisions or that you made. You have to keep on moving forward, and you have to keep walking into the unknown, because one thing I've learned about the unknown is that it teaches us so much about ourselves. Because when you're in comfort zone, you're never being exposed to anything new. You're never being exposed to situations that teaches you just how strong you are. And that's why some of you that are watching this video, you feel so weak because you don't know how strong you are, because you get into ruts, and once you get into that rut, you just stay there because you do not feel you can do any better, nor do you feel you deserve any better. So you have to just, again, first, you have to, I removed myself out of the situations. And then after I removed myself out of the situations, first, I had to forgive the person. I had to forgive them and or people, and let me not just say person, but I had to forgive people for things that they have done to me, or things that I thought they did to me, or ways I thought I was wrong. Because what I have learned is when you hold on to the anger and you hold on to the hurt and you're pissed off about it, you are chaining yourself to the very person that you want to be free of. So you have to forgive that person. And you may not feel as though they deserve forgiveness, but I've learned that forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. It doesn't release them from getting what they deserve. And that's what a lot of us fail, because we're selfish. We want to stick around and watch them get the payback. And we don't realize that in sticking around and watching them, we are staying there in that same position with them. So you have to let all of that go, as hard as it may be, because I understand when someone hurts you greatly, it's hard to just see them go off and it seems as though they're living their life happily and they did you so wrong. But you have to let all of that go, because you're only seeing the out. You don't know what's going on with them. And like I said, I have learned that, reciprocity, like I always say, what we do, it comes back to us. We think that we're doing it to someone else, but it comes back to us. So that person who wronged you, what they did to you, it's going to come back. It's going to come back to them. May not come back to them in the same form that they gave it to you, but it's going to come back to them. So honestly, that's not even your concern. You have to forgive them, move forward from it, and you may be wondering, well, how did I forgive them or forgive those people? No lie, I had to get up every morning and I read this book. Can't remember the name of the book right now because I read so many books in my journey. But when I read the book, it encouraged you to stand in the mirror and you had to look at yourself and you had to say, I forgive, and you call out their name for what they did. You say, I forgive you, or I forgive them. And then I had to say, and I wish you everything I want in life and more. And I said that repeatedly. I'm not going to lie to you, every day, because I wanted to be free of that person or those things. I wanted to just really move on with my life. So you have to forgive that person so that you can move on. And lastly, you have to forgive yourself. And this is one of the hardest things, because we hold ourselves to such higher standards. And a lot of times we do not realize it. We think we're mad at the world, but we're really mad at ourselves for allowing some of the things to have happened. We're pissed off because we allowed ourselves to get hurt. We allowed someone to treat us poorly when we should have stood up for it. So you have to reach a point that you say, I'm sorry, to yourself, and forgive yourself for those things that you believe you were done wrong. You have to forgive you. And is that an easy process? Heck no. It's going to take time, just like it takes time to forgive the other person, but you have to acknowledge at least that you are forgiving yourself for the things you allowed to happen. And that's one thing I'm definitely going to be talking about this month, is what someone does to us and what we allow them to do to us, because there is a huge difference that so many times we miss it. We always want to talk about what someone did to us, but you stayed around and allowed them to repeatedly and continuously do it to you. So I am really excited about this month. I'm calling my Emancipation Month, and I hope that you join me on setting yourself free of the past and living your life in the now and creating a better future for yourself. Again, Happy New Year, and this is going to be one of the best years of our lives. I am truly believing that and claiming that. And again, thank you for checking out this video. If you don't have my book Naked and How to Win a Dating Game and the other 6 amazing books that are there on the shop tab on my website, please go and check that out. And I look forward to hearing your feedback on Emancipation Month. Alrighty, thank you and Happy New Year's. Peace.